Okay, question time here with Dr. Tim. Dr. Tim,
I don't like that smirk.
how do our failures make us unique?
So, none of us want to fail, right? We never start something saying, boy, I hope I fail this. I hope I just fall flat on my face and make an idiot out of myself, right? But if you think back at your life, weirdly, the times that were the best, that you succeeded the most, that you grew the most, were when you fell flat on your face, when you failed. And so while none of us set out to do that, in fact, I hope that none of the things I start are going to fail, even to this day. If I look back at my own life, I think, oh my gosh, the time that I fell flat on my face and I really had to do some deep pondering. You know what the thing is? When everything's successful, we party, we hang out. And when we fail, we ponder. We have to get deep with ourselves and say, is this really who I am? Can I get myself up? Can I do those kinds of things? And so I think it makes us who we are because we have to find out what we're made of. When you're split open and you're gutted like a fish, what comes out? Is it bullshit or is it still resolve? And that's how you find out who you really are. And none of us want to go through that. But I think at the end of the day, when you look back, you go, that's when I found out who I was, and you ain't going to keep me down. That's not going to happen, because I've been through enough of those now. That's who I am. I think that's who you become over time.
I love that. You know, in my mind, I can't help but think about it this way. We all grow up with very similar educations, and we might have different cultural backgrounds and ethnicities and different dispositions that might inform, you know, what kind of groups we congregate with and in who we are. And we have a group herd identity sometimes. And as we start to fail and achieve, but mostly when we fail, when we resolve those failures and have to adjust who we are, we become a little bit more unique. This is how my individuality, how I respond to this failure creates this newer version of me that is a little bit of a branch off this tree.
And a little better.
And a little bit better, and a little bit better, and a little bit better. And by the time you take all of the accumulation of these failures and put them together, it's not the failures. It's how you responded to them and what you had to adapt or change or just ingest and resolve over time created something even more unique, and that's what makes our kind of intellectual, spiritual, mental, emotional blueprint a little bit different from everybody else.
Yeah. And I think it can be super beneficial in the way you just described. The only way it's detrimental is if it sours you, makes you more sarcastic, makes you more cynical. You start to hate the world because of it. You see some of those people, right, who they don't take the failures and become better and learn. Instead, they use it as a reason why they can't succeed, as an excuse why they can't do something, or they become very cynical to the world of all women are, all men are, all Democrats are, all Republican, and they start having this different view of the world, which starts to classify groups of people in a certain way because of one experience that you had.
Sure.
And I think if you don't allow that to happen, then it's what molds you and makes you better and better, and you become more open-minded instead of closed-minded. I am much more convinced of how little I know now than how much I thought I knew 30 years ago.
Oh, I feel that.
And that's true education versus the opposite that can happen where you close down more and more and pretty much you're convinced that your way is the only way.
Swing for the fences. It's okay.
You can do it.
You're going to miss
Fail.
it. Fail. Repeatedly.
Yeah, just keep doing it.
And get up.